everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars Week 48, Day 4. It is a purple day, and since it is the Dragon Claw week, one of the best troops for purple day is actually in the event key drop table right now. We ended up getting it on our other account too, which was pretty funny, if any of you saw that the other night. But that is Elemaugrim, one of its very few purposes. It's not used too much for too much these days. But one of its biggest purposes is actually to run on Purple Guild War Day. So he has 10% bonus this week, and yeah, let's go run him for that. We're going to be running him in Hellcat, Elemaugrim, Infernus, and Umberwolf. And if you don't have Infernus, you'd basically just replace that with any burner that will be able to fit as a purple. And technically, I guess you could replace out Umberwolf too for something that uses different coloration. Though if you do have fully traded Umberwolf, the main reason for this is for Perpetual Purple Storm, which allows us to keep spamming Elemaugrim. And ideally, and essentially the whole premise of this team is just to get infinite purple spam off of Elemaugrim. He's the mythic from Dragon's Claw Kingdom. He creates 8 purple gems normally, but if the entire enemy team is burned, it'll be 12, or 1 per thing that's burned, so for a maximum of possibly 12. And if it's doing 10, 11, or 12, particularly 11 or 12, it's pretty much hitting almost every single one. It's also the best impervious in the game, though that doesn't really come into play too often, surprisingly. He's one of the best attack reducers in the game, being able to reduce all enemies' attack by 4 every single time you get an extra turn on the board, which definitely stacks up quite a bit. And we're just using a Hellcat to feed this quickly. You can also use the new troop that came in this week, that new brown-purple, though I would advise against it in the case of an Elemaugrim team, mainly because you're blocking the brown on Elemaugrim, and you normally don't want to do that. The other reason is, if you're using it on the context of Purple Guild War Day, like we are right now, sometimes they will have Mercy, which will create yellow. And for that yellow, you would normally want to have a Hellcat that can absorb it. If you were using the brown-purple that came in this week, and that happened, you'd be putting it into your Infernus or into some burner, which wouldn't really be as good as putting it into a Hellcat. Anyways, we're up against goblins. I assume we're going to have several goblins. Purple is one of the days that people tend to run it on quite a bit. If I'm not mistaken, I even have it set on as my purple day defense, as you can see right there. So far, it's only won 1 out of the 5 battles. It's weird how that is, but it is 1 out of 5. Or, you know, it's 1 win, 4 losses. So 1 out of 5, even though it doesn't actually say 1 out of 5. Anyways, let's go do our battles then. Actually, a little bit behind, or at least I should say the guild is slightly behind. We'll see if we are. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, we are 5-0. Actually, I probably shouldn't mention that, because whenever I say I'm 5-0 for the week so far, we lose the exact next battle. So we're not 5-0 right now. But so far, so good. Let's see if we can keep it up. Purple Day is normally one of the easier ones if you have some of the bigger components for it. If you have Infernus or Elemaugrim, you pretty much just cakewalk through it. It can be a little bit hard otherwise. Just because, well, I guess you could solo Dragon Soul it, which is also available this week. That'd probably be your next best bet if you didn't really have too many other options. Anyways, enough introduction. Let's get right into the battle. Also, hello everyone! Hello Danny, hello Steve, hello Kimmy, hello Churros, hello JZG, hello Candy, I already said Candy. Hello Demon or Angel, hello Captain, hello Medieval, and hello Nelson. Welcome everyone. Okay, we'll go move that over. Yeah, I didn't bother taking a nap this time around. I was thinking about it, but didn't. I'll probably just head to bed a little bit earlier. I say that, and it'll probably be like 1 p.m. It's like, oh, still not. I mean, 1 a.m. It's like, whoops, still didn't go to bed yet. What do I need here? Do we even bother with Skull? I don't think we do. Only slight issue with this team is we kind of depend on Elemaugrim's attack reduction to be our Skull mitigation. And we don't actually have Skull mitigation other than that extra turn capability. So if we're not getting a lot of extra turns, they actually hit us really hard, which I can't really do anything about. I just need to let him Skull distract. So we're going to take Purple Surge ideally. And also we'll hopefully have something here to convert. It does not look like it though. We have a bit of blue, a bit of green, but neither of them are the extra turn we need, and a bit of yellow as well. If we can help it, we'd obviously want to hit it on a color that we don't actually use. Right now we could do it on yellow, but we do use it. And I don't think that would actually be worth it. We get very little mana out of it. It's not even going to be enough to get Elemaugrim started. But once we get him started, it's auto-win. I might just go for it. Green would be the biggest thing we need to get rid of. But the problem is we give him 5 times, and it doesn't cascade into anything for us. Plus, you get the blue, and he'd just be going crazy from there. I'm tempted to take this red, but I don't see any way that he's going to align for me. So you know what? I am just going to do this on yellow, just to give us something to do. Maybe we'll get lucky on the new board. Does not look like it gave us much. And of course, we barely get any mana, which we already knew. I guess we could go take all of this, just so he doesn't get a skull and we get a decent amount of mana from it. So we'll move all that down. He still gets a skull and an extra turn. Really? We're going to do that? If Hellcat goes down, that'd be very unfortunate. It's not the end of the world, but of course, we don't have a summoner, so that will hurt us a decent bit. Move that down. Okay, we should be good here. We have Hellcat on blue, and that should be match. Board looks nice enough. I don't think that's going to take too much off. It is going to take that one purple off. But I don't really have another option. Oh, no, yes, I actually do. I can take away green. You know, I think green is the better option here because it leaves more purple on the board, which is really important. So we'll go do this on green. Still extra turn, still gives us max mana. And now there's slightly more purple than compared to if we would have done it on blue. And now we can just infinitely loop, or should be able to, into the win. So move that over just to make the board a bit better. Throw another Elemaugrim down. And an Elemaugrim into anything will do it. Let me just take that just to hopefully get a purple. Didn't, but oh well. Wasted a turn doing nothing then, and down it goes off of Infernus. Yeah, that's pretty much the team in a nutshell. Once it gets going, auto win. And it's also why I could score pretty well as well, since you can just... everything about Elemaugrim just scores very well in Guild Wars. Has really high damage output into infinite mana generation for your entire team, which is both the elements you kind of need. So he's running an interesting Divine team. He's running it with Priest as well. With Divine Ishbala, with Ubistet. What even is that team? Elemaugrim can semi-counter Ubistet, though we'd need to get a lot of extra turns. Of course, he has Mercy too, which, it's good and it's bad. I'm actually tempted to set my banner to +2 yellow whenever I see a Mercy. I don't think I will, but it helps us because if we get a 5 times yellow and only a 5 times yellow, we'll actually full mana or Hellcat. But, I think we'll be fine without it. So we're gonna go into this. And hopefully the Mercy misses. As long as the Mercy misses, we shouldn't run into too big of an issue. What does this do? Give all allies 5 attack. Deal 39 damage to all purple enemies. Oh, that's my entire team. Then summon a random storm. Ouch, that team. What even is that team? But it's actually pretty decent. Gotta be careful. That's actually... you know what? I might need to start using that. That's... it's hero class dependent, though, unfortunately. But, wow, that team is definitely creative. So we got him burned, at least. We got all of our effects on him. I think Skull Distracting would be the safest thing to do here. Let's see, what's Mercy looking like? Never mind, we don't. We actually let Mercy cast, because her cast will instantly give us the win. If she casts Mercy, we win the game right now. We won. Okay, I'll move that over. All I have to do is have a good Hellcat, which we... Never mind. Oh, no, we do. We have it on brown. That's not good enough, but it's... this almost gets us there. Oh, no, never mind. It does get us all the way there. Of course, we are having a bit of a purple problem. But as long as he doesn't get another Mercy, that shouldn't be an issue. We actually got another Hellcat already. That's pretty much our full team. We can just Infernus, clear the board, dead. So, looks good. Let's go move all that out. Look at that. You can barely even tell she used her ability. Actually, you kind of still can. We need to go use Infernus. And then you can barely tell that she even used her ability. Oh, no, you know what? Where's all the purple? Where's all the purple? We have Purple Storm and... like, not even on the board. Okay, we're gonna move that. Take the other one down. Of course, when when I don't need it to drop purples, it does. Okay, we'll throw one more Infernus in there. And hopefully we can start getting Elemaugrim. You need about, I would say, I want to say 8 if we're going to do a 12. You pretty much want whatever the total is to be about 20. And right now we can only get about 19. So we would want to get a little bit more purple on the board if we can. And preferably in more, like, clumps area. So we might just have to go for it. We have 8. At this point, we're not really going to get much better than that. Actually, if we have Hellcat, I'll throw it and then we'll do it. Problem is, we actually don't have Hellcat alignment. Not for an extra turn. Which is definitely unfortunate. I guess we throw Elemaugrim and just hope it doesn't miss. I may actually... You know what? I might actually just wait it out. Because if we miss and give Divine Ishbala full mana before we kill her, that will backfire pretty heavily. So we're going to try to bait him into giving us alignment somehow. Because we don't have it anywhere, so we'll just take a skull over. He does not give us alignment. Doesn't give us really anything. I guess we just take that Doom Skull then. Still looks like a pretty slow start. Elemaugrim, did we cast you yet? I think we just cast it and just hope we got lucky at this point. That or we could take this and just see what happens. And no, it's still not worth it. We just throw Elemaugrim already. It does miss. That's kind of to be expected. Luckily, he gets skull distracted. I'm actually going to Hellcat, let's see, what HP values are we dealing with? I think I get rid of purple. Normally you would never do this, but we could just go right into Infernus and win the battle. And that should be enough damage. Never mind, Elemaugrim is actually enough damage as well. I think I'll do that just in case it feels like hitting the wrong 2 targets. If it hits the first 2 targets, it actually doesn't kill her. So we'll just throw Elemaugrim and win it now. And there we go. Okay, that was a bit of a weird battle. It still came through very easily, but I do have to say, very creative team on his part. That's probably the strongest purple defend team I've ever seen. As far as like the premise of it, it's really cool. I've never actually seen anyone bother using that weapon for that purpose. I'm not even sure if you could still gain that weapon. I think that's one of the old event weapon things, but still really cool. Anyways, this guy's running generic best team in the game right now. Generic best team in the game. But should be okay against this as long as we don't like feed Infernus full mana. I don't know. It's pretty strong regardless. As long as we get going, I guess, quick enough, shouldn't be an issue. Is he maxed? I didn't even check. Not like it matters. We can't repick or anything. But he's not maxed, so at least we got that. Nor are we, though. We're still, I think, 2 levels away, 3 levels away. We're almost there. Technically, even though we're way closer to max, he still has this exact same stats as us, pretty much. Also, Divines have 10% this week. Like, this team wasn't hard enough. It has even higher stats. Okay, I need purples and yellows, neither of which are available. I want him to take that skull. Obviously, ideally, we don't want him to actually get a kill, though, but we'll let him have the skull. We'll try for a purple cascade. Didn't get it. He doesn't ruin anything for us, though, so we'll go grab that. We don't need the purple, but it does extra turn us, which lowers his attack some. He does not have any way to regain his attack back, so if we get his attack low, that will be a lot less useful to him. We have some reds here. I really don't want to take them, but we can take it for free, so I guess we'll do it. We'll go for yellow instead of taking purple to get it to full mana so that we keep more purples on the board. Also, it's an extra turn to even see that. Perfect. And we do have a convert. I guess we go for it. It's not the best of mana, but we don't really have another option. Oh, oops. I didn't even see that was a 5 times. Okay, never mind. I'm not seeing all the good moves that we're actually already doing. Okay. Elemaugrim looks really nice right now, so we will go for it. Oh, it missed. Ooh. That's not good. There goes almost full mana for him. Luckily, we have an extra turn sitting there. Elemaugrim, if you miss this current board, there's a problem. It's almost like perfect board right now. There are 18 purples on the board. You have 12 gem spawn. If you miss with 30 on the board, there's something wrong. That's like half the board. There you go. 18. Again, half the board. You better not miss. There you go. Now just keep doing that until you win. There you go. That's what you're supposed to be doing every single time. Alright, now we just have this little guy to deal with. You know what? Let's just keep going until he misses. Oh, never mind. Or until he doesn't have mana. That happens too. Is Infernus enough to kill? Yes, it is, because it's Guild Wars. It does so much more damage. And there we go. Oh, he missed once, but it didn't really hurt us, just because he didn't get enough mana off it. And 2 more to do. We have... Oh, Great Maul Team. We do have Impervious on Elemaugrim, though that's the only thing that has immune to Devour. So we're kind of out of luck if he hits anything other than Elemaugrim. Ideally, we'll get him killed quick enough, but he's using Mercy, so there's that slight chance that he just gets so lucky and we can't do anything. Sundisk is a class weapon? Is it? I don't believe it is. I'm almost guaranteed it's not. I'm pretty sure it was one of the old event weapons. I'm almost certain on that. Oh! Ooh! What is this board right now? Okay, we do have an extra turn here. But there is so much purple next to yellow. I don't know if we could stop him on everything. Oh, yes, we can. We can actually... it may seem dumb, but we can actually Hellcat purple. Oh, you know what? No, no, no. We can move that down. Hellcat yellow. And then auto win. As long as we don't miss. We'll be fine. Okay, we'll take that over. Hellcat on anything that's an extra turn. Don't you dare tell me you have nothing to extra turn on other than purple. Good, you have it on yellow. Perfect. That's exactly what we needed. On like the 2 yellows on the board, you can actually get an extra turn on it. And if you miss with 32, there's something wrong. That's half the board. And 17. Yeah, I should be able to hit. They're not that far away from each other. We can Hellcat right now, too. I don't think it's worth it, though. So we'll Elemaugrim twice. So guaranteed a kill on that. And there's a chance he can miss now. How many is that? 14, and they're not really grouped up that well. I think we throw a Hellcat just for safety. That should put more purple on the board. And nope, same amount. Okay, well, we'll go do that. And it missed. I saw that coming from a mile away. But we'll just throw Infernus, and there we go. Oh, we got all our mana back, too, for even more points. And 1 more battle. The chat window is dead already? Oh. Wait, it was never up to begin with. Well, YouTube has its own chat. I don't know why it's not up. It should be. I didn't do anything weird to it. Wait, let me double check. Did I do something weird to it? Let's see. Oh, what's going on? What? Okay. That's strange. Let me see. It's just not picking up on the right screen. There it goes. That was right. Weird. Huh. Okay, now it's working. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why. It normally, when I do the stream format, it picks up on it automatically. I didn't even realize it didn't. Well, now it's working. That's so strange. Anyways. He's using standard Forest Troll Nyx. Well, +1 Dawnbringer. It looks like he's using it with Priest, which actually makes the team weaker. Normally you would use this with Titan, but of course, since you can't have multiple different classes set, it's stuck having to use it as Priest because that's what it's using for PvP. So this team's actually should be a little bit easier to deal with. Normally the big issue with this team would be half mana Forest Troll. He gets a single brown or blue surge, he casts, he gets full Nyx, he gets in drain something, and then you're just in an infinite loop of Nyx draining you into Queen Map hits, into Dawnbringer hits, into Forest Troll loop, into Nyx. But it's quite a bit slower since he's not using Titan. It still could get us, but as long as we get up before him, and since we get first turn, that should hopefully be possible. But if he gets up before us, it's, yeah, we probably auto lose, so hopefully it'll happen. Let's give it a battle and see what happens. No, it wasn't the login to YouTube thing. It just wasn't working this time for whatever reason. It was weird. It wasn't the login thing. We took all that mana and we have 0 mana because everything we just took we don't actually use. Really? Wow. We got like 30 mana right there and gained 0. I want a yellow into yellow. Oh, did the stream go down for a second? Sorry about that. We should be back now. It went down for like literally half a second. We'll go for yellow and yellow. I think we take this yellow first because we have purple chance off of it. Got it. Except we didn't surge. Oh wait, we did. No, we didn't surge on both. Wait, how are we 1 mana short? Oh yeah, +2 purple. That's why. But yeah, we didn't surge on the yellow, and that's why we're 1 mana short. Yeah, well, let's take this yellow. Hold up. Wait. Where's our Hellcat? Wait, our Hellcat's actually on yellow. Interesting. I should probably move this in a way that I have a Hellcat chance next turn on a really big yellow. So this. Ooh, good. He didn't ruin it. Not the most ideal color to get rid of, but we'll do it on yellow just because we set it up for even more mana. And it's not enough to get full, but it's definitely a very nice amount. Ooh, wish we were already full now. We're 1 mana short, really. There's obviously the 5 turn extra there, but the the extra turn over there, but still. Yeah, one Elemaugrim mana short. Luckily we cascade it there. And do we Hellcat or do we not? Well, we don't have alignment, so I guess we Elemaugrim and just hope we don't give it to Nyx. There is nothing else we could really do other than that. Okay, good, we did land it, and now we just infinitely loop it until we win. Oh, never mind. That looked like it missed for a second. I looked at it wrong. Got so little mana off that one, but let's go move that down so we get the extra turn. 18, and they're positioned decently, so we'll go for it again. As I say that, we actually missed, but luckily it's over. Wish you wouldn't have done that. You got like, how much mana was that? Like 20 mana pretty much all at once. I don't think I had a single like poke of mana. Then I got all of it. But I don't think that will hurt our score too much there. But it would have definitely been better if she didn't do that right at the end. And let's see what we get out of that. As far as score, it's normally pretty consistent, 9,500 plus. And, oh, right as I say that. Yeah, that mana at the end hurt us. That's the same thing that happened yesterday, didn't it? We scored like right under 9,500. But still, it's decent enough. I'll take it. I'll take it. Not that big a deal. Anything above 9,300 I'm perfectly happy with. Quick question. Is there a pet that gives extra souls? Yes, Moon does. The little purple thing with the, like, skull face thing. Actually looks pretty cool, but yes, Moon does. And they are planning on adding additional pets in the future that also have 5% gold and 5% soul gains. When they will get introduced, we have no clue, but they are planning on doing it eventually. Also, if I'm not mistaken, we're pretty close to next level on hero class, as well as just maxing it in general. Let me go see. How close are we in the grind? It's right over here. It was already exactly where I needed it to be. Yes, we're only, what is that? That's 24 EXP to 98. And the total amount we need is 24 plus math. 201 plus 24. We currently need 225 EXP. So if we break that down, that comes out to 112.5 PvP battles, which would take us about 2 hours. Alternatively, we could do it in Explore for like an hour and a half or less. But yes, we need 113 PvP battles if we were to do it with just PvP alone. Well, let's begin. I don't think we'll be doing all right now, but we got pretty close. Probably do another 50 at least this stream. So let's just use Standard Divine, I guess. If we're going to do it, we might as well do it with the best team. Also, we're just mirroring everyone. Everyone, literally everyone who has this team uses it this late in the game, which is pretty much everyone because this late in the game, pretty much everyone owns all this stuff, especially if they're like 1,000 plus. Like right there, 1,307, yeah. He's higher level than me. We're not even 1,300 yet. He is, though. Actually, it looks like he just got it recently. Yeah, let's go and let's take blue, I guess. Of course, it doesn't surge, but at least we got that very lucky top. Throw in Furnace at it. Get Divine down. Yeah, let's go for it. We'll throw it in Furnace so we get the double kill there. And we just have to deal with that. And all we have to do now is just get full mana on the other guy. Ideally, we'd have Divine Ishpala into a bunch of green to yellow, but we don't. He would be the easiest way to get us down to Ubistek cast, so we're actually just going to take a red because that's already enough to kill. Oh, of course it doesn't surge. I will take a... Come on, we have 3 different manas as options to get his mana up. We should have something. And that's match. What do you think about KrissTigger, Dragon Soul, Divinia, and Dragatar? Sounds very strong. Sounds like it'd be a very good mid-range dragon team. Yeah, that'd be perfectly fine to run as your main team, if you wanted to. May even want to consider replacing out Dragatar with Dragonian Monk. Depends if you need more durability or not. Dragonian Monk would be more durable and more board control, but Dragatar would be more better offensively. It really depends on what team you're up against. Like, if you're up against an Ubistek, you definitely want to go the Dragonian Monk route. But if you want to win a little bit quicker, like if it's something slightly weaker, you'd probably want to use Dragatar. You wouldn't have to completely keep switching it out, though. I'd probably just go and leave it as Monk. I don't know how many Ubisteks you're facing, though, and other similar things that hit ridiculously high. Because Barrier is the easiest way to counter it. Or one of the easiest ways. Can we get any doubles? Yes, we can. So we might... Oh, wait, I could have done that the previous turn. Couldn't have. Oh, well. Let's go get full mana on this. We could try for the Cascade. Not worth it. We'll just take yellow and get a Furnace manually. We'll do it that way. Somehow didn't get a Surge. Luckily, he gives us that, though. And almost dead. Never mind, dead. Get it off the Cascade. Very nice. Hello, Marcelo. Welcome. How does this sound for a Green Day? Dark Maiden. Dark Maiden is questionable in first slot. It does have Web. But, normally you put it into something else that's a bit tankier. The mana. Because you give it a +1 red, ideally. And then you could feed it into first slot. But, Dark Maiden, Web Spinner, Kraken, Giant Spider. I don't know what the verdict should be. At that point, I feel like you'd be better off just doing double Giant Spider, double Kraken. It's not a team I've used as much recently. But I personally, in the context of that team, don't feel like you need a Web Spinner. So maybe like doubling up the Kraken or doubling up the Giant Spider. You did not get penalized for doubling up or tripling up or quadrupling up in Guild Wars. You do when you do it on your defend, but you don't get penalized if you do it on your invasion team. You could literally run 4 times KrissTigger, or like I mentioned, double Giant Spider, double Kraken, and get away with it. I don't know, just something about Dark Maiden first slot in the context of that team doesn't seem like it would work out. Dark Maiden would definitely die, and you would start getting spiders there. Biggest issue is I feel like you would lose a lot of points from the enemy taking too much skull. And I've done that as a problem in quite a few of my last teams as well. Or not last teams, but in some of them that I've used in the past. It's really important to have a frontline tank. Like one that actually has some kind of mitigation to skulls in some degree. That or had to have Entangle spam otherwise. But since you're not using the Yasmin version of that, I would probably just go all in with the double Giant Spider, double Kraken or something. Because that, at least you could get a quick enough loop that you normally wouldn't take too much damage. It still has the problem of durability, where every skull you get hit with still hits you for full value. But it normally loops enough that that's hopefully not an issue. It can be, which is why I don't personally use that too much anymore. Yeah, always keep in mind that skull mitigation is always really important for Guild Wars. Just because every skull you get hit with, or any damage in general, can potentially lower your score by a decent amount. I really wish they would add some better spell mitigations to the game. Currently, we only have one in the entire game on like 2 or 3 hero classes that have a 20% reduction for it. It would be really cool if they add like a mythic or a legend that has that as well, or just any troops in general. Because currently only hero has it. Who knows, maybe a couple of mythics from now. Though next mythic definitely does not have it. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, next mythic has almost nothing useful. Actually, what is the current thing that the next mythic's going to be? I know it's that double true damage, double magic reduction, but what's its traits? Fairy Fire or random enemy, every red you take, regardless if it's of an extra turn or a 3. That's not horrible. I don't know if they fix Lifesteal to synergize with Fairy Fire yet. Last I recall, Lifesteal does not work properly with Fairy Fire, but there's a good chance that they fixed it this patch. And it might be one of the reasons why this mythic was delayed so much, because it was glitched in the past, but I haven't actually tested to see if it works. I should probably go do that. Let me go do that. I need to go get Queen Titania or Glitter Claw with Draculus and see if they fixed it. If they haven't fixed it and they're going to add that mythic, that is such a gigantic facepalm, because it'll be so evident that there's a gigantic glitch in the game. Some of them aren't as obvious, like the various glitches they have, but it would be so ridiculously obvious if they release a new mythic that Fairy Fires, like that has it'll basically have a capability on the card that doesn't even synergize with the card itself, which would be very funny. I need to go test that. If they didn't fix that, that is just so facepalm worthy. Pretty sure they did, which is why they delayed the mythic in the first place. What do we need? We'll go and throw Draculus down. That actually is enough damage. I haven't been bothering to calculate it out at all. I normally only do if it's like a really important Guild War battle where it looks close. It isn't evident that it would or would not work. Anyways, let me go test this real quick. I guess we'll just go in a random challenge, and I guess it has to be decent durability. We'll just go to Broken Spire, put on Warlord 4, and let me go test Draculus with Fairy Fire. So let's just go run, I guess Alchemist Moneylender. Alchemist Moneylender. This isn't a legitimate team, by the way. Do not use this team. I'm just using it to test a mechanic. Draculus and Queen Titania. Actually, you know what? This wouldn't be horrible. Assuming they fixed the glitch with it. Still don't use it, though. You'd be much better off just putting Yagwe instead of Draculus. It's cheaper as well using Yagwe. What am I looking for? Actually, what banner am I looking for? What do we even need? I guess double yellow, since we already have the +1 red. Oh, is there a +2 yellow, +1 red, -1 something? Yes, that's exactly what we need. Normally, you wouldn't be using a green there. Well, I guess technically you'd be using Yagwe, so he actually does use green, but still. We'll go with +2 yellow, +1 red, as it gets our mana up a bit better. Anyways, let's go see if they fix this or not. I'm not going to use 4 times Dark Maiden. That would be such a ridiculously slow battle. Let's see. All it does is just keep healing itself. That'd be like using 4 times Fortress Gate, except with slightly higher skull damage. And I guess slightly better board control. Well, it has some board control, whereas the course gate has 0. Alchemist, can we cast you anywheres? Brown, maybe? Nowheres, maybe? Probably. Okay, we'll go move that over. He'll Rhinox us for, what even did that hit? 27! Even on Warlord 4, it's like 0. Can we get our mana already? I'm just trying to get this loop going so we can go feed him mana, but at this point, where is it? Okay, we'll just go get this on green. That'll give us the money we need to start casting this for the gold. Throw that down. Move that down first. Throw this. Should be all the money we need. And now we have 2 Fairy Fires. So let's go slow down the speed and see what this hits. This should hit, obviously, 50% more on the Fairy Fire. But will it? It used to not. Okay, they fixed it. They fixed the glitch. Oh, did it actually heal higher as well? Let me see. It did 48. 20 to each. We should have gained an additional 20. So that should have healed us by 100 is how much it should have went up. We're at 148. What was he prior? Okay, they did fix it. Everything about Fairy Fire's interaction with Lifesteal has been fixed. So that's why they delayed this Mythic. It's because they have finally fixed the glitch. Confirmed. Oops, I still have it at 1x speed. Fail. Let me go fix that. But yes, they have indeed fixed the glitch. So Fairy Fire does interact properly with Lifesteal now. Not only does it do the correct amount of mana, or the correct amount of damage, it also steals the correct amount of life as well. So it's working correctly. Sweet. So yes, the new Mythic will be pretty decent then, actually. Not like so decent you would use it, but decent enough that if True Damage ever made a comeback, it would be used in every True Damage team ever. Problem is, True Damage is still towards the weaker side at the moment. Okay, we'll go and take the purple. Or red into some yellow. Yeah, I mean into some blue. Wait, why am I even doing this? I should just be letting him cast every single turn. Like trying to play it out like a normal battle. Instead of just letting him take himself out. Stop getting turns! Here, just have a skull. End your turn, just fire, just throw the thing down. There you go. And now we can just Infernus kill it. And dead. Oh yeah, I could have just Ubesteaded the previous turn. Oh well. So is it better to have 4 of the day's color in Guild Wars to win fights? If you can win with 4, yes. If you're constantly losing like twice every single time if you're using 4, then you should just be using basically if you can 100% win rate with 3 and just using one other one for mana generation or something, then but you can't 100% win rate with 4, then it's probably better just sticking with 3 if you can secure 100%. But yeah, if you're doing 4 and you're just constantly losing like half the battles, it's definitely not worth using 4. Because you would overall lose a lot more points. Even though you're getting less points for using less troops, if it makes your win rate go up by a lot, it's better just to use 1 less. And if you're a really new player, you pretty much just use whatever your normal PvP teams are pretty much. Because you generally don't have the stats to be able to use pure color or even close to pure color. And some things that you could consider for that too are things like Dragonian Monk, Tesla, stuff like that. Like one other thing that you could put onto your team that's pretty consistent at not losing when you're up against harder battles. Also, we're up against Demon Angel, by the way. Is he even here right now? I think he was earlier. Yeah, he was. I don't know if he's still here. He hasn't said anything for a little while. But there's a treasure gnome off him. A real one as well. It's not even a fake one. Hopefully we don't lose. I have lost many, many, many battles when it's been a gnome to 3 times divine. Just because I always underestimate it. It's like, oh, there's a treasure gnome on the team. It's going to be easy win. And then it just destroys us because I was underestimating it because the gnome. And I think he just did it. Okay, good. If he would have gotten that kill, that would have been the end right there. But luckily he didn't. Hand down, I guess. Wait, what troop class is he using that it did a vengeance thing? Fairy Fire or random enemy when an ally dies. What do you trade off that for? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Where's my thing? 1, 2, 3, 4. Gain 3 magic to start a battle. I guess that technically does do more damage, but you would have to have something to die on your team, though. And I guess it works on your hero when it dies. I guess that's why he has it back by 1. It seems like it would work better for defend, but offensively, I don't see why that would be useful. Because you would use the +3 magic on this a lot more than you would use the Fairy Fire, since your team normally wouldn't die. Did you put the barrier thing on too? Because I could understand if you build an entire team around both. Like a barrier whenever something dies on your team and then Fairy Fire. But you only want one and not the other. I forget which one actually has the other one on it. Maybe because it has something really good instead. But, yeah, there's 2 of them, but you only did 1. I'm slightly confused. There we go. But yeah, there's actually a double thing you could do. You can actually gain a barrier off this hero class. You can gain a barrier every extra turn. I mean, that would be amazing. I mean, a barrier every single time an ally dies, while also Fairy Firing the enemy every single time an ally dies. Oh, we'll throw that down. Or are they both under the same perk, and that's why I can't find it? You know what? That might be the case. 1 second. Now I need to go check. I assume you could build around that. It makes sense that they would have that kind of synergy, so you could build like a double def thing. But it might actually be on the same perk line. Hero, class, priests, skill tree. Let's see. Fairy Fire random enemy whenever an ally dies. And where's the other one? Where's the other one? It was under this tree, I know for sure. Where is it? Somewhere's in here. Hello? Hello? Wait, was it a different hero class I was thinking of this entire time? Wait, what? Could have sworn this hero class had a barrier or something when an ally dies. What hero class was that earlier then? Am I just blind and I can't see it? There's the Fairy Fire one. Okay, maybe I'm thinking of something else then. Never mind. My bad. Yeah, I don't know why. What hero class was that then? Red Devil, what was your comment? Time on pet. Oh, pet's over? Wait, hold up. Yeah, the pet's over. Oh! I forgot to claim the pet! No! Yeah, the pet has expired. I forgot to actually go claim my Moa. Rip. Rip Moa. No! I forgot to claim it earlier because I was setting up the stream and then I did Guild Wars and then I forgot to claim it. Yeah, the pet's expired. Whoops. Oh well, Moa's not that important. It's only Strix bonus. I'm never using Strix bonus. Unless they added good Strix Mythic or something. But even then, it might not be worth it. Rip. Oh, it's not that big a deal. But yeah, I completely just missed the most recent pet. But yeah, the pet's over. Unfortunately. Whoops. Or did I claim the Moa? Am I going crazy? I'm pretty sure I didn't. Let me go back in the stream. I was like looking at it earlier, but then never did it. Yeah, I never did it. That'd explain why we also had quite a bit less EXP. Anyways, yeah, the pet's done. Fail. Anyways, let me go and clear out this battle and the pet should be ready. I won't miss this one. Oh yeah, it was probably on Dragon class or something. I know there's like 2 or 3 classes that have it. I just, for whatever reason, thought it was on Divine as well. But it barriers a random ally every single time an ally dies. It's actually a really good counter to Ubestet. Or at least if you're using on defend. Well, I guess technically invade too, assuming your hero doesn't actually die. There we go. Oh, at least we got a good one. Got Dragon Claw. Which actually uses Divinia now too and all that stuff. Oh, wait. Processing. What? So I started pets, but didn't finish it. I'm confused. So that's probably what I did then. Wait, really? So I started pets, got distracted, did something else. Well, at least we got a Moa. We still got 1 copy of it, I guess. Well, at least we didn't get 0. We still got our Moa. What even? Anyways, let's go and go do the dragon now. Yeah, Whelp's not too bad. I'd prefer getting the dragon. Where on earth is the dragon? I keep getting Whelp instead of the normal dragon. The dragon's better than this, but it's still okay. There's some instances where we do use 3 or 4 Dragon Claw now. Though there's way more instances where we use 3 or more 4 dragons. That memory. That's solid memory right there. Pet squirrel. We do need a pet squirrel. But I know what you're referring to, yes. The distraction. The distraction of my own mind to myself. Okay, we'll go hit the thing down. Just in case he feels like reviving. Move the other one over. Throw Skull Spam into it. Double kill dead. Hello, Vartan Bull. Welcome. And hello, Zork. Welcome as well. Any good teams you can build around. Your only Mythic. Lord Ember. Lord Ember. Lord Ember. Which one is that? Infernus, are you referring to? I don't think any of them are specifically called Lord Ember. But yeah, what's, wait, is Lord Ember the new Ultra Rare that came in? Is that what you're referring to? But yeah, I don't think that's a base Mythic. Or definitely is if you're referring to that one. But as far as that new troop, it basically just interacts like a Hellcat for the most part. In many instances, you would just use a Hellcat instead. But the current legends you have, there isn't anything you'd be able to synergize it with. If that is the red converter one. You'd probably just put it into a Sunbird or something. Would be your best bet at that lower level range. Yeah, that is the thing I'm referring to, or thinking of, right? Let's see. Lord Ember. Oh yeah, that's the new guy that converts. He's just basically a Hellcat. But yeah, you'd mainly use this with Dragon Soul if you owned it, otherwise Sunbird. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, let's go finish the pet. Let's not forget it this time. What do you think about Mercy, Famine, Yagwe, Wardbreaker? Mercy's blocking Wardbreaker, but then again, you can't really put anything else as a tank. I don't know, Yagwe's tank wouldn't be horrible. Going Yagwe, it would actually speed up your battle, but it would make it more dangerous. But assuming you're using it for Guild War. Oh no, never mind, you're using it for Green Guild War. Well, that might still be worth it. Wait, what else do you need red for? You need for Wardbreaker. Let's see. Is that the only blue? Yeah, I think you do just put Yagwe in first slot. It's a bit riskier, but it would most likely pay off in most instances. Going Yagwe... honestly, I would just put Mercy all the way in the back. It depends how heavy they're hitting you. And it looks... If they have Skull Spam, definitely keep the Mercy more towards the front. But, assuming it's a pretty standard team, just go with something like... same troops, but... Yagwe, Famine... Or actually, you could even just put the Wardbreaker all the way up. It goes something like Yagwe, Wardbreaker, Famine, Mercy. And just put Mercy all the way in the back. Because the second you lose Mercy, you're losing blue. Which makes one less thing for Wardbreaker to hit. Yagwe and Wardbreaker both do have 25% skull reflect as well. So every skull they're hitting on you, you're speeding up the battle by doing damage back to them. Of course, you wouldn't have a proper tank, but none of them are a proper tank. And you can use Mercy. If Mercy stays alive, you can keep healing whatever your front line is. It would still cost you points, but it would, you'd have a healer for longer. We'll go for the hit then. Go for it on that just so we get double kill. In case it revives, because you know it's going to revive. It has a 25% chance of a 100% chance. Okay, it didn't revive, but oh well. You missed your last question? Sorry, Osmond. What was your last question? You changed your PvP defend team to 4 times Firebomb, and you're winning more often than you had 4 times Dragon. Any idea why? It's because casual PvP battles always count as a win for whatever reason. And because you have your team set as 4 times Firebomb, a lot of people are seeing that you have 4 times Firebomb and are then fighting you because you're using 4 times Firebomb. Basically what it is people are in casual PvP constantly clicking the 50 gold repick button until they find you. And for whatever reason, them beating you in that battle counts as you getting a win for no reason whatsoever. Which is why your win rate has gone up. It's because you're being invaded more, and you're being invaded by more in casual PvP specifically. Because they're trying to hunt down people who are using 4 times Firebomb. As well as other weak teams, but generally, of course, 4 times Firebomb is the absolute easiest, regardless of stats. And let's go throw that down. I would go show it, but then I'd forget to do my pet. Let me finish the pet real quick. Let me completely... Whenever I start the pet, I should, like, not leave the screen for any reason. It only takes, like, 5 to 10 minutes to get through. Actually, I haven't actually tested how long this team takes. I know it was around 5 minutes average before when we were doing it with the other team. I never bothered testing it with this specific team. It'd probably be a lot quicker once we finally have this weapon maxed, but we don't have it yet. Or not maxed, just maxed to the point where it gets the 1 explosion on yellow, which I think is +8 if I'm not mistaken. Which is basically max. I'll throw a double Uber stick kill. Don't die, good. Throw it again. If it dies now, it doesn't actually matter, and then it goes. And 2 more. And then what was I going to test again? There's something I was about to go test. What was it? No, it doesn't matter what pet you use on your shoulder. It's fully cosmetic, so it has 0%, or has no effect whatsoever what you put on your shoulder. It's just for visual purposes. They did that deliberately just so people wouldn't feel obligated to have any one pet on them. They kind of did something similar to armor too, where you can set which armor you want a bonus for so that you can visually wear any armor you want. Because even though we're wearing dragon armor right now, we actually have Death Knight armor effect. Similarly, even though we're wearing the dragon right now, we have every single pet as the effect. Or at least any that are applicable to the battle. And our team bonuses. Alright, we'll go for the poke there. A little bit of lag. Double kill dead. Why would anyone make a defend team of 4 times Firebomb? Oh, thank you. That's what I was going to go do. I was going to repick spam casual PvP just to kind of show it. But the reason people do that is because it gets you more defend battles, or revenge battles, I mean. And revenge battles are worth more gold, twice the amount compared to a normal battle. They're worth 3 more glory and twice the gold. It doesn't actually show you getting twice the gold at the end of battle, but it still does indeed give you twice the amount. If you check your gold amount before and after, it gives you twice the amount. So it's a lot more profitable if you constantly lose every single one of your defense, or at least get invaded more, either or. And 4 times Firebomb is the easiest way to not only lose more, but also to get more battles, or people battling you. Okay, we'll go through, I'll go ahead and throw our Furnace down. But yeah, the best defend team right now is 4 times Firebomb. As weird as that may seem. But the best PvP defend team, I should say, obviously not for Guild Wars or anything, but specifically for PvP, the best possible defend team in the entire game is technically 4 times Firebomb, because of how broken the game is, as far as from a incentive perspective. Wait, what am I doing? I'm almost losing this battle because I'm like talking instead of paying attention at all. Okay, let's go and take the red down. Fine if he skulls us. Actually, never mind, it's not fine if he skulls us. That's actually a lot of damage still. You can just Hellcat kill it at this point. Let's go take that skull. Should be able to kill him before he gets something off. Or not, never mind. I'll give him mana if I do that. I don't want to do that. We'll take this. Need a skull to kill him with. Do we just go for the blue and try for it? I believe we do. Oh, hello skull that's just sitting there that I somehow didn't even see. Oh, that gives him a skull though, unless we cascade it. Well, I have to take it. I can't not take it. Yeah, he still gets the skull out of it. Even though it cascaded some. We'll go for this. Get the full mana we need. We might not even be able to kill it this battle. That'll be a fail. But it does look like it's heading there. We'll try getting skull alignment there. He ruins it. And there's no extra turn guarantee anywhere. So... what do we do? As long as we don't give him mana. We'll do that. Oh. As long as we don't give him mana. Here, have mana. I did not see that over there. But we do have an extra turn just lying there. Get a skull poke into... okay, that did work out. That was totally planned. Not at all. We'll go do that and dead. Well, that mistake paid off. And we get pet. That was a weird battle. And we got 2 gold keys off it. How many did we get? 2 copies. Better than none. What does that bring us to as far as our pet number? Troops, pets, and not enough to upgrade. But we're getting there. Getting towards legendary. Anyways, that's that. But yeah, casual PvP. Basically just constantly repicking to find firebombs is basically why you're finding so many. Because what they're doing is they just keep pressing this button until they see a thumbnail that has a firebomb in it. And then they click on that thumbnail, and then they keep battling it and repeating the process. But that's pretty much what's going on there. We're actually getting a really bad drop table. What even is this drop table right now? That's not a firebomb, it's bombot. Same difference though. Well, kind of not. Firebombs are better, but there we go. But that's basically what they're doing, and why you're getting so many more battles. People are just constantly doing that instead of actually playing normal PvP. And I guess it technically doesn't even matter what team you use. Normally you'd use whatever you get the bonus for, but I don't think there's any PvP bonus. It's only for Explore this week with Ember. So, I guess we'll just throw a normal Divine team or something. I guess technically the Quick Explore would also work, but for the most part it doesn't matter. As long as you make sure they, as long as you're making sure that every single turn they're not taking a skull, it's fine. As long as it's not taking an extra turn and it's not taking a skull, it'll just kill itself out, and it doesn't even matter what you're using or what your stats are. As long as you can survive like 4 very small pokes, you're fine. And even as a newer player, this is extremely effective too. There's probably not as many people using 4 times Firebomb as a newer player though, but Ultra Rare Ingot off it too. But yeah, that's basically why you would get so many more. Everyone just doing this. Well, not everyone, but you know. This is a strategy out there. They just keep doing it until they find someone with Firebombs, then they take the Firebomb battle, and they just keep repeating this over and over again. Actually, we might as well do it ourselves for a little bit. If anything, it'll actually slightly speed up the rate at which we get EXP for our hero class. Also, there's slightly speed up the rate we're getting ingots as well. Sure, we'll just throw that down. Oh, no, that's not enough damage. What am I doing? I'm just wasting time. Trying to poke him. Come on, get your hit. And there we go. Hello, Hyper. Hello, Lorem. Welcome. Hey, Celestial Traits done off it too. And your reward isn't any less for doing this, by the way. You're still getting the full ingot chance. You're still getting the full trait stone chance, all that. The only thing that's lower is you're not getting PvP rating, which for the most part isn't really anything unless you're trying for leaderboard. And you're not getting a lot of trophies. You're only getting 1 per battle, which is completely irrelevant unless your guild is trying to compete for like the top 10 or something. Yeah, we'll just throw that down. Oh, that wasn't even enough damage, really? Okay, we'll just go poke it with something. Or not, never mind. And we'll take it out with that. Yeah, this is why everyone uses firebombs. Or not everyone, but you know, it's why one of the reasons why they're out there. Are you saving your white pet food for the animal shelter? Haha. Yes, we're saving all of our generic white pet food to donate to the animal shelter. I'll go move that over. I don't know why I'm really saving my white pet food. I should probably go use all of it. I'm just doing it for the sake of saving it. There's like no particular reason. It's like the whole reason why we're saving all of our purple, or you know, we went all in on purple mastery and still are, just because we kind of started doing it and we just keep doing it. I probably should use all the white pet food though. There's no particular thing that will ever come into the game. I don't think that would specifically need it. I originally thought they would be required to craft other color pet food, which would have made sense because it would have added some kind of sync to them. But they didn't end up doing that. Firebombs, where are you? Okay, we're just gonna go back to normal PvP. Well, let's take this last firebomb battle while we're already started. Alright, we're gonna take the green over. Take a hit down. Actually, I'm not even gonna bother. We'll just play it for him destroying himself slowly. Yep, he's extra turning. I don't even need to do anything. He'll do it for me. I'll take that for a non-extra turn deliberately, just so it ends our turn. And there we go. And let's go back to normal PvP. Right back to the 1 trophy. I figure we do this just because it's easy battle. Normally I just stick to 2 or 3, but if it's something super easy pick off, might as well go for it. Because we're mainly here for class EXP at the moment, so this would give us more class EXP than doing a real battle. Well, technically it is a real battle, but you know what I mean by that. It's not like a hard battle. We have like 110% chance of winning it. Okay, let's go back to 3 trophy. You're at 310 and have never ran out of it. Well, once you reach a higher amount, you do reach a point where you never run out of it. At the lower range, I have ran out of it a couple times. I don't know, maybe I'll just go throw all of it down. I was thinking of it earlier, and then I kind of just like midway stopped just to save the white pet food. I don't know, maybe we'll go all the way. I guess we'll go all the way. Why not? As long as we don't go below 300 white pet food, I think we'll be okay. But yeah, I guess we'll go level all of them. Let's go ahead back in the screen, and you know what? We will go max level. As long as we have 300 or so, because that's 150 of any color. So if we needed some for whatever reason, we'd have it available. So let's go finally do this. I did it, I gave in like halfway before, and I guess we'll give in all the way now. Well, almost all the way. I want to leave at least 1 or 2, because I still don't know for sure if there's a perk that's related to it. So all of them except Puppy Bots and the little Eddie. The little Yeti thing I'll do. Just in case there is one, in case there's a daily perk related to them. But yeah, let's go level all the rest of them, even if it requires white pet food. The poor white pet food stack. No. Oh yeah, let's do that. Get the other one. Down to 0 purple. Let's see. Throw it on the brown one. Level them up. There goes 0 brown. And what other ones we have? Go to Magnus. And we'll have so many orbs after this. Actually, probably not too many. I think we'll have like 2 more. We had like 3 earlier, and now we'll have about another 2. We're getting pretty good orb luck earlier off of them. And now we'll finally get to see what rarity most of them are at as well, which would be nice. Whoa, 105 white. That's a lot of white. We'll see you in a second. Let's see. Let's go do the other ones first. It's a lot of white pet food. Because he's eating all of it. Let's see. What other ones? Oh, no, but we don't really have too many more pets left, so I guess that wouldn't matter too much. And the little graph thing. The little Groot thing, I mean. Go get him maxed. Getting a lot of levels there. Wow. He went from like all the way from nothing to legendary. And what other ones do we have? I guess we do throw it into him. What would that bring us to food-wise? Oh, you know what? That's actually not too bad, given how much we actually have total compared to how many we have upgraded and everything. And is that everything then? That's actually, why did I not sort it by upgradable? They have this thing for a reason. And that should be all of them except those 2, which I'll save in case there's a daily task related to them, but I don't believe there is. Not fully certain on that. But just in case, you never know. Okay, but that's what our pets are currently looking like. Fully maxed out. This one's legend, this one's epic. Yeah, we're a little bit of mix of every color. We got everything from ultra rare to mythic in there, in the mix. Only 1 mythic though, and that's the one we threw gems on. I still don't have a single natural mythic. Closest one looks like it is Mini Mall or Leaflet are looking to be our first natural mythic, from what I can tell. Well, we'll get there. Slowly but surely. I'm in no rush to particularly get them all maxed. Of course, it would be useful, but again, not too big a deal. Wish the dragon would be a little bit higher, though. Some of the ones I really need upgraded, like this pigeon being legendary or mythic. This one actually being maxed out wouldn't be too bad either. I'm going to start using giant teams a lot, probably starting soon. Probably tomorrow, actually. Depends when we get Divine maxed. Should be getting Divine maxed later tonight. We're almost there. We're like halfway to 98. I mean, halfway to 99. And then we could easily finish out 100. But, I don't know. Maybe I'll save it for the beginning of tomorrow's stream. And then we'll go into Titan Hero class. And basically the rest of the following week will be all into Titan until we get it to 70 or maxed. Or, yeah, ideally maxed would be the way to go. But, of course, it will take us a while. It's going to take us another, what even, like 30 hours to get a max? Probably longer. Who knows? But we still have a ways to go on him. He's like level 50-something right now. So still very, very far away. Anyways, that's our pets, what they're currently looking like. Let's go and check off our orbs and stuff we got from that. So a lot of pet mastery here. Let's go down the line and see what we get. 10 gems. How do we get 2 at once? Oh, I guess you gain 2 levels. Get an orb of chaos. Come on, blue or purple. Wow, our luck on these. Just so you guys know, we are 3 purple into 2 blue right now. We have made our luck come back. Do pet orbs just have a higher chance or something? Every single one. Oh, I'm gonna jinx it, though. Come on, you got this. I think we have 2 orbs left. Come on, blue or purple? Blue or purple? Oh, this one's for a major one, too. Yeah, we got 1 major purple, 2 minor purples, and 2 minor blues so far. So if this is a purple or a blue, if it gets a blue, it'll be exactly even. Ah, no, if we finally ruined our luck. Ah, it's only a matter of time. Ah, really? Okay, we got 1 more smaller one. And of course, out of all of them, too, it was on the major one. The one where getting the green is the most awful. Even the orange one would have been better on that because it would save us from having to upgrade them if we ever try getting maxed orbs. And of course, yeah, it had to end horribly with a double green. Oh well. Prior to that, we kept it up nicely. But oh well. We definitely kept our luck up for way too long. So in a row, we got major purple, minor purple, and 2 minor blues in a row. Or was it 3 minor blues? I lost track already. But it was a really good drop rate. Anyways, still, overall, I'm happy with what we got from those. And let's go check on our... what am I checking on? Let's go check on our... Wait, what? Hero EXP. Inventory. I hate that you have to keep clicking through so many things. Oh, we're not even halfway through. What? Oh, gotta go on the grind then. Let's go and take the easier battle. Gotta get that EXP. Why are you farming Explorer and Arcane? Wait. When you are farming Explorer for Arcanes, or Explorer for Arcanes, does the list of kingdoms and order they are in matter the drop rate? What do you mean by that? The Arcane that you get is based on the kingdom you're in, if that is what you're referring to. As far as any other factor, it doesn't come into play as far as like the drop rate or anything. Everywhere in Explorer is the exact same drop rate, regardless of the kingdom's upgrade, if that's what you're referring to. Doesn't matter how far the upgraded the kingdom is. As long as you're doing it in Explorer, it's the exact same drop rate. And Explorer does have the highest drop rate of getting the better ones, like Arcanes and Celestials. But as far as which trait stone is for which kingdom, it tells you on the Explore page of every single one, visually. And you can also check it just by clicking one in your thing. So if we click on Shentang here, game? Okay, when it does this glitch as well. They still haven't fixed this? This is still around after the thing. Okay, let me restart my game so I can go show it real quick. 1 second. How's that still in the game? That's like 3-4 patches now. Are they even aware of that? Has anyone even bothered reporting that that's a thing? Because it's been around for a while now. I know I haven't reported it to them. Just because it's such a minor thing, but still. I hope they are aware of that. Because, while it's not excessively common, that's at least a weekly thing that occurs. Like, just map screen just not wanting to work. It just clicks, but it doesn't actually do anything. Anyways, if you click on any kingdom, it'll show you right there which one it is. As you can see, that's yellow-purple. And if you go into your menu here, under inventory, and you want to know where one is, let's say you need brown-red for sugar upgraded or something, you just click on it and it tells you every kingdom. And then you just go to the easier kingdom, which would be Urskea in this case. And then you just keep exploring in that kingdom. Let's see. Let's go and... Oh, I guess we'll go back to PvP for a little bit. But yeah, does anyone else have any other questions? Let me know. You're running Lord Ember, Dragon Soul, 2x Warlock on Warlord 2 difficulty for 280 souls per battle, 45 seconds per battle. Does that sound okay? Yep, that sounds perfectly fine. That sounds perfect. You may want to put your hero into it, though, if you want to try getting some hero XP while you're doing it. But other than that, has everything you need. Oh, no, it depends if you want 50% more souls or if you want that extra 50%. Yeah, it depends if you want the 50% extra souls or if you want the EXP per battle for your hero. Whichever one you value more. But if you do value the EXP more, you probably want to put your hero in that. Unfortunately, there's no hero with Necromancy. If they gave Necromancer Necromancy as a trait, which they need to do, like, that has to be a thing. If they were to do it, it would become one of the best early game classes in the entire game, and would be probably one of the most used hero classes. Not from an offensive standpoint, but from a farming standpoint. But they haven't done that yet. I really wish they would. It's Necromancer is generally considered one of the worst hero classes. Even after the update, it's still pretty bad. But if they gave it Necromancy trait, it'd be like a Necromancer should have. It would be very, very, very good. but it doesn't. I'll move that over. Because then you could even use it on soul farming teams like what you just mentioned. Without any kind of penalty. While still gaining hero EXP to something. But yeah, I'm saving that class for like one of my very last ones. Because I have a feeling they will eventually give it necromancy. Whenever they get back around to rebalancing traits. I don't know if anyone actually asked that for the Q&A. I need to make sure I mention that. I'll need to go write down a note. Someone needs to ask that during the Q&A if they don't answer it already. If they have plans to rework the traits on hero classes, because quite a few of them are still dated, and Necromancer not having Necromancy is probably one of the extremely dated ones. I think at one point they even said they would consider it, but then it was never implemented. I guess maybe they decided not to for whatever reason. But I think in the current state of all the other hero classes, they could definitely do it to give it a nice buff. It's not like everyone would even use it forever. They would just use it until it's level 100. And then move on to better hero classes. It would just make it a little bit more bearable to train it, because you could use it as a soul farming hero class when you're getting up, and we just lost. Fail. Should probably leave while we're behind. Let's go do one more battle. We can't leave on a lose like that. Though then again, we're probably going to lose again to the annoying Farce Troll Nyx. He's not running Titan though, is he? No. Wait, is you running Bard with that? Pretty sure it's because it's using it for its main team. Because you would never really run Bard in that kind of team. Now let's throw this onto Queen Map so it dies, so we don't have to deal with freeze. We do have some cleanse, but not enough to deal with it properly. Get Ubestead on it to kill it, since we already marked it for death. And then get Stormbringer down. That's not too big a deal though. Take red, take red. I mean, take purple, take red, take brown. And what else do we need? Is that it? No. Take purple, I guess. Oh, here you go. I have a bunch of green. Well, I guess it doesn't matter too much. He doesn't actually really use it for anything. Get our mana up. Get the poke. Get double poke. Get one more down, and we'll be good to go. We'll take some reds. Get all that cascaded. Maybe we need a little bit more. Take the for the yellow. Furnace it. Maybe get a skull cascade would be great. Close enough. And dead. It does have the 1 soul per thing, but there's a couple hero classes that have it. If you're using it because 1 soul per thing, you might as well just use Assassin. Because Assassin has way higher damage output and can still gain 1 soul per thing. Which is why I mentioned in that video that Assassin's the better option. If you were to use any hero class that has a +1 soul gain per turn, it'd be Necromancer. I think it would be Assassin. If I'm not mistaken, there's 3 of them that have it. I know Necromancer does. I know Assassin does. I think Sorcerer does too. But of the 3, Assassin would be the best one. Alright, we'll throw that there. Get the other one over. And dead. So you just started playing the game after not playing for about 8 months. Wow, things have changed. Yeah, this game has been moving at a really rapid pace this year. This is actually the most updated year that they've ever done. They're planning like 2 to 3 more updates than they've ever had, and most of the updates that they have been doing are relatively big ones this year. But yeah, we have pets now. We have kingdom upgrades are completely different. We have ingots now, which are used to upgrade weapons. We have, I think they did a few more different Soul Forge things. That was already there prior, but you know, there's more stuff now. We have a few new game modes that most of them use these little sigil things. Other than that, what other major things happened that time? It's pretty much everything. Mainly weapons, hero classes, rework. I guess I didn't mention hero classes. Some Soul Forge stuff. Of course, new kingdom, new troops, new content. Any new effects? We got Doom Skulls, which was really insane the previous patch, but it's pretty tame right now. Glaceon's generally the best thing to run with that. Bloodhammer was better, but now it's slightly weaker. We got Ubestead now, which is really insanely powerful. Probably one of the best guards in the game now. And Infernus was already insane. I believe Infernus buff was already in 8 months ago, but they did buff him as well. If it didn't, we'll throw Infernus down. And it should be matched. Well, it's only 4 times Alchemist. I sure hope we win. Get that down. Take the other thing. Take a red for full. And Ubestead it again and down. Let's see. Anything else I missed in chat? Anyone else had any other questions I may have not done or gone over? Let me know. Let's see. Oh, do I know what the upcoming Mythic skill are? The next Mythic will have... yes. 1 second. Next Mythic. Steal magic plus 3 life from the 2 weakest enemies. Then steal 8 magic from the 2 strongest enemies. It's going to be... It's only 20 mana cost. This is essentially the best true damage dealing troop in the entire game. Of course, true damage is still a little bit weak right now, but it will be one of the strongest, if not the strongest. It doesn't hit everything, but what it does hit, it hits very hard, and after its first cast, it's at minimum dealing 16 more damage than it previously was, and it gains 16 additional damage to 2 enemies every single time it casts. And at its lower mana cost, it's cheaper to do than a Draculus and Crimson Bat. Oh, actually, it's not cheaper than Crimson Bat. But wait, never mind. Didn't they lower Draculus's? I think it's still cheaper than Draculus, though. Draculus. Never mind, they're both the same mana cost now. But still, it ends up getting the higher impact. Plus, what does end up living, it's actually reducing their magic capabilities. But other than that, what makes it pretty decent, too, is it has its own Fairy Fire. It has Fey Bond, which is useless. Fireproof, which is more often than not useless. It's immune to burning and Fairy Fire. But the main thing it has is this Mythic trait, which Fairy Fires a random enemy every single time you take red. And yes, it does use red. It uses green, purple, and red. So basically, you would use a red spam team and then take a few breaks to throw down its ability. And what's also nice about it specifically being viable in red spam is this makes it work with basically every other true damaging troop in the entire game, with the exception of Urieli. So it would work with Crimson Bat, it would work with Draculus, it would work with Miststalker, it would work with Merilith. Pretty much all of the really core true damages. The only 2 it wouldn't work with that are also pretty core, but you could just use them for blue spam instead, and would be Corvash and Urieli are the only 2 really huge true damagers that it would not synergize with for the most part. But other than that, all the red-related ones, you basically just build a pure red team. You could probably even build it into True Damage Red Guild War. I actually did that initially, but I did with a Valkyrie, which actually wouldn't work that well with this. But building into some kind of weird red, pure red team or partially red team would be probably the best bet for it, since it's what it boosts on, or not boost on, but what it does Fairy Fire on is based on the red. So definitely really highly advised having a lot of red. Also, if Divine didn't already have enough options, it is Divine, by the way. It's Divine Fey. So technically, you can also half mana it with a Divine Ishbala. Also, it doesn't completely block Divine Ishbala because it only blocks it on purple. So you could use the Divine Ishbala behind it, mana generate for it, and go from there. Though then again, probably you wouldn't do that because you would be denying out your red. So you probably actually wouldn't do that, but still, it's definitely going to be a decent troop. It's not going to be anything too high up there, I don't think, unless True Damage ever makes a big comeback. Everything True Damage, even the better ones, tend to never really get used much, like Draculus. Even though Draculus is an insanely good troop, it's just not good in the current state of the game at all. At one point, he was one of the best, but definitely not in the current state, that is for sure. Yeah, they've been adding so many Divines as Mythics. I wonder what will happen if they start adding a 50% to Daemons as well. They used to add a lot of Daemon Mythics too, which would actually gain a benefit. But for whatever reason, they've been on a Divine streak. It's like the only thing they know these days. Is like it's basically every Mythic coming into the game is either Divine or Daemon. If I'm not mistaken, 80 to 90% of all Mythics in the game are either Daemon or Divine for the most part. Probably more towards 80, but it's a ridiculously high percent. And they just keep adding Divine ones as of recently because they used to be on a Daemon kick instead. Would you recommend saving gems till then for the pool? The next time I would advise saving your gems for would be either next Mythic, which is July 6th, or next Kingdom, which is who knows when, which is probably like a month or 2 away. Those are the main 2 things. So given which one's coming up earlier, obviously July 6th would be the most recent best time to basically dump your gems. And you would specifically do it on 50 bulks of gem keys, which also have ingots on them now. So if you've been wanting to upgrade weapons, this will actually be the first time I'll be opening a lot of gem keys since this patch. So in a way, I kind of hope it takes us a little bit to try to get it. Well, I do and I don't. Well, at least the longer it takes us to get this Mythic won't necessarily be as bad this time around because we will be getting a lot of ingots, which we've been needing. So we'll probably have mostly ultra, or I wouldn't say most actually, but we'll have a few more of the ultra rares max. We'll have a few more upgrades hopefully on our legendary weapon. Maybe we'll pull a few mythic ingots. We'll see exactly what we get out of it. Of course, we'll probably get enough epics to finally upgrade a weapon and stuff like that. Hello, Shadow, doing good. Do you think the new Mythic will synergize with Divinia and Lord Emperor? Lord Ember? Lord Ember isn't divine, is it? No. It's dragon... It's just dragon. Dragon Knight. So you wouldn't be able to half mana it. As far as Lord Ember on its own, yeah, I would. Same as Hellcat and all that. As far as Divinia... oh, you mean using the combo together. Oh, I see what you mean. I guess it wouldn't be horrible with it. You wouldn't be able to divine Ishbala onto that team. You would need another damage source other than just her. But yeah, I guess it would work out. I don't see why not. It wouldn't be the best thing out there, but it would work. Also, hello, Firebomb as well. That name. That's funny. Let's see. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading off for tonight. Thank you all so much for coming down. We'll be back. Starting to lose track of my days. It is Friday, right? Yeah. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't know what time that is 13 hours from now. So whatever your time zone is, 13 hours from now. We'll be back in the morning doing normal stuff that we normally do, just answering a bunch of questions, grinding out the, I guess, hero classes at this point, as well as ingots. Main goal will be, well, we'll probably already have level 100 Priest, but if we don't, we'll be finishing out the last little bit of level 100 Priest, and then we'll be going right into trying to get the Titan hero class to level 100, with the main goal being 70 first, because it's like at level 55 or something right now, so we still have a ways to go before we hit that. Is Ketris worth crafting? Yes and no. I would say no if you don't own Ubistet already and some of the other better mythics. But if you already own like the really good ones like Infernus, Elemaugrim, Farish Ra to like 2 copies, Wardbreaker, stuff like that. If you already own all the better ones, then Ubistet, if I didn't already mention him, then yeah, you could probably go for him. But, I don't know. I don't personally use Ketris much. He's basically the Ubistet alternative in a way. But, the biggest issue with him is if he loses any stats whatsoever, his damage goes lower. Whereas with an Ubistet, the really good advantage about an Ubistet is, his damage is pretty much consistent. As high as his damage is when he starts is how high it is basically by the time it ends. If anything, it's technically higher more often than not, unless they specifically have attack reduction. Because you're gaining attack and magic per turn. So he's overall actually gaining pretty much more damage potential than he's even losing, even if troops die out. So, yeah, it's generally Ubistet is a lot better at coming back from a comeback, or making a comeback, whereas Ketris, if your Ketris falls down and it has only like 20 HP left and all that, it has already lost so much damage that it's not going to be able to make a comeback, which is one of the main reasons you don't really see it much, and it doesn't have as many uses as a Ubistet by any means. But it's not horrible to craft, it's just definitely not a first priority. It's more like mid-range as far as mythics are concerned, maybe slightly above, but I wouldn't go out of my way for it. Anyways, guys, I'll see y'all later. Thank you so much for watching. Again, we'll be back 13 hours from now for the morning stream, and we'll be back same time tomorrow, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to go and do Guild War for tomorrow, which is actually, what color day is that? Tomorrow is Green Day. Oh, ill. I still hate Green Day so much. I don't even know what I'll be running for that. I just run my standard team, which will be a Yasmin loop. But again, the problem with that is if they have freeze, we kind of out of luck, but we'll see what we do for that. Anyways, guys, I'll see y'all later. Thanks for coming down, and good night. Goodbye, everyone, and have a wonderful weekend.